Welcome everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to this week's episode of the weekly HOScale Newsletter Recap for August 18th, 2025. If you're new to the series, this is where we take a look at a variety of product updates and announcements in the HOScale community from a variety of different manufacturers. As always, before we get started, do me a favor and subscribe if you have not done so already. It does help me to make a few dollars, so I really appreciate it. Like the video if you enjoyed as well. And drop me a comment if you're excited about anything we talk about here today, or if you have any updates of your own, let me know, and of course if I missed anything so that I can try to cover it next week. But let's go ahead and start off this week's episode with Broadway Limited. And as you can see, we'll be starting off talking about their ES44AC new run in both HO and N scale. The pre-order deadline for these models for guaranteed pre-orders did pass us last week on the 14th. I would still go ahead and try to order from your dealer if you're able to. They're still estimated to deliver in December of this year. Here's some of the schemes, just a quick refresher. Broadway Limited's next batch of CSX Heritage units, as well as the first time they're doing this Grupo Mexico scheme for Florida East Coast. I think that's a very sharp scheme. An Iowa Interstate Anniversary scheme, and the U.S. Navy Fantasy down here at the bottom. And a quick reminder for N scale as well, some of the schemes here. This does include the BNSF 25th Anniversary unit. First time this is being done in N scale, I believe. As well as the Union Pacific 5000th GEVO, and the same schemes from HOScale as well. Moving back into HOScale, some updates regarding the wheeling and Lake Erie equipment, originally offered exclusively through Chase's Train Garage. Some unfortunate things came up, I won't go into that here, but these are now going to be available from a variety of dealers, the SD45s in this case, through Hobby Time, so you can contact them directly to order that model. The Wheeling and Lake Erie Fox River tooled car, this fantasy scheme, also available through Hobby Time directly. There's the information for that. As well as the GB35s, also available from other dealers. But that's all here from Broadway Limited. We'll go ahead and move on over to Tangent next. And moving on to Tangent Scale Models' August 2025 announcement, the Norfolk & Western Roanoke Shops HC-71 4750 covered hoppers. There's the different schemes there. We'll take a look at them down below in just a second as well. Here's a little bit of history on the models themselves. First up, the Norfolk & Western Delivery 1973 scheme. There's 12 road numbers in this run. They do have some variations in some of these delivery schemes based on the date of production as well within the paint schemes. Here's the Delivery 1979 scheme. These have different gates depending on their build date, so pay attention to the SKUs as well when you're ordering them. Next up, the Claytor Repaint 1986 onwards. There's some very nice weathered prototype shots for you. And now on to the models with the Norfolk Southern logos on them. This is the 1989 repaint. And at the bottom here, versions with conspicuity stripes, representing 2005 onwards. These also have the AEI tag, which is pretty neat. And of course, from Tangent, we also have undecorated versions as well. This is the Norfolk & Western 1973 to 74 version of the car. And finally, the 1979 to 1980 version. They have a few other items in stock as well. A new roller bearing truck, the 100-ton Barber S-2, with the Stuckey HS7 snubbers. You can order that directly from them as well. We also have AEI tags. These are available unpainted for whichever locomotive or rail car you'd like to apply them to. And here's a full list of the details on the Roanoke Shops covered hoppers. These do come with KD couplers, always nice to see. And these are available now from Tangent. Tangent does this nice thing where they drop announcements and also release the models for purchase at the same time. So go ahead and pick some up if you're able to and if you're interested. But that's all from Tangent for this week. We'll go ahead and move on over to Walthers. And moving on to Walthers' new product announcements for August 2025. First up in their mainline series, the 60-foot high-cube Plate F boxcars. These are the versions with the horizontal side posts, and it is brand new tooling for Walthers. Here's a look at the schemes for you, estimated to deliver next winter. I do have one of these in the LRS GATX scheme, the blue one there on the left. Very happy with that from Aurora Miniatures. Would be a good comparison to compare one of these Walthers cars. There is an undecorated model as well for you. Very nice thing that Walthers typically does. In their Walthers track line, which I personally don't have any yet, please let me know how that's performing for you if you do have that, because I'm interested. We have a Code 83 90-degree crossing expected to deliver next spring. That is all new tooling for Walthers as well. There's some views of that. And it's worth noting, no prices are shown on these documents here because Walthers is updating them live when the tariff situation changes on their website. So go ahead and check there for the current most accurate pricing. Next up in Walthers' Cornerstone kit line, expected to deliver next winter, is a wind turbine kit. Here's a look at that for you. Looks pretty neat. Moving on to the Walthers Proto line, expected to deliver next winter as well, the 89-foot Greenbrier TTX 110-ton flat cars. Very nice details from the previous run there shown. They have some very nice chain details on the decking. Here's a quick look at all of the schemes in this run though. And perfect for those cars is the wind turbine load that'll go right on that 110-ton flat car. Would be a good pairing, and you can also grab some wind turbine technicians to service your wind turbine. And finally, in their Scene Master line, expected to deliver this fall, are some new tanker trailers with many different versions here. Some corn syrup cars, as well as chemical tankers as well. But should be arriving this fall, so keep your eyes peeled for when these arrive. But that's all here from their New Product Express. We'll go ahead and check out their e-update. And moving on to Walthers' e-update for this week as well. First up, shouting out their mainline series, International Bay Window Caboose. Still available for pre-order if you'd like to grab some of those. There's a lot of the safety versions for this car as well, for the chassis. Also in the mainline series, the 57-foot Trinity 4750 covered hoppers, if you'd like to grab some of those on pre-order as well. And sticking with their mainline series once again, the ES44 Gevos. These are available from Walthers with DCC and sound as well. Another shout out of their Titans of Steel trading card game seems to be pretty popular. All the details for this game are available on their website. You can grab a Cornerstone kit as well for your freight station. This is currently in stock. And a shout out here of Atlas's Masterline CNCF 5000 series boxcar. You can buy them through Walthers if you prefer. And finally, a Burkina car for you as well if you'd like to grab some more automobiles for your layout. But that's all here from Walthers for this week. We'll go ahead and move on over to Athearn. Moving on to Athearn's Dispatcher, what they call their newsletter from the past week, shouting out a lot of models now in stock from Athearn. First up in N-Scale, F89F TOFC flat cars and Frohoff trailers. They also talked about that on their Train Tuesday on their YouTube channel if you're interested. Back in HO scale, the Roundhouse 34-foot 2-bay ribbed side hoppers, available in 4-packs like shown here. This is all of the road names and paint schemes offered in this run that have now delivered. Additionally, their Bombardier passenger cars, also now in stock. They also talked about those on their Train Tuesday and featured all of those schemes. Model we talked about a little while ago, the Roundhouse HO Streamline passenger cars. They have a scheme in the BN Executive, which is calling my name a little bit, so I might pick that up if I pick up any of these cars from that run. In their Roundhouse line, 50-foot double sliding door boxcars as well now in stock. And in their Train Tuesday last week, they talked about their single dome tank cars and the PS2 2893 3-bay covered hoppers. Once again, available on their YouTube channel if you're interested in checking that out as well. But that's all here from Athearn. We'll go ahead and check out Cardinal River Models next. Next up from Cardinal River Models, a new manufacturer featured on the channel and a fairly new manufacturer overall. This is the first 3D printed sample of their nickel plate road S2 Class 284s. This is their first steam locomotive. Very nice details from what I can see so far. Most of the model will be diecast, which is a very nice feature as well. Also offered with ESU LokSound. From the front, the extra flags will also be removable, and they'll also be offering nickel plate shops flat plate plow pilots as well, if you'd like to swap those out. They are also offering, and in the design phase and haven't quite released yet, the tool car and auxiliary tender, which should be coming fairly soon. They posted another teaser photo as well on their Facebook page, so stay tuned. I'll make sure to cover them in future updates as well. But we'll go ahead and move on over to ScaleTrains next. Next up is ScaleTrains' newsletter, starting off with a reminder of their limited availability of their Thrall 48-foot two-hood coil cars that we've seen before, but just a reminder for you. Here's a quick list of the limited road names and the road names that have already sold out from ScaleTrains directly. A new model, though, that we haven't seen in quite a while is their next run of the Trinity 82-foot mechanical reefers. This is the run with the logo icicles. I do have both prior runs of the logo and roofline icicles. Very happy with them. I do have the non-sound versions. These are also offered with sound with a LED control panel as well, which is a nice feature. But personally, I didn't need the sound, so I didn't go for that. Reminder of more ES44s in stock, including the CSX Pride and Service units featured here. Here's a quick look at those units in service as well. Some very nice night shots. And a little bit of history on those models. And some of the model features. Reminder, a lot of their ES44s were recently restocked, including the CSX Heritage paint schemes, the next run of 4 of those, as well as new runs of Norfolk Southern Heritage units all listed out there. Still very happy, once again, with the Canadian National X City Rail unit I picked up. In N-Scale, limited stock of their SD40T-2s. If they're anything as good as the HO scale versions, I'd buy quite a few once again. Reminder of those road names and paint schemes in N-Scale. Moving on to some pre-order reminders for this upcoming Monday, the 25th. First up, the heavyweight passenger cars in the Fox Valley Models line. These are XMTH and some new tooled cars. Here's a feature specifically on the nickel plate road versions. And some of the model features and the full list of road names and paint schemes offered. Going right along with those is their Fox Valley Models Berkshires, another 284, the second one we've talked about today after Cardinal River. Very excited for the Cardinal River Models one as well. It's a little bit different than this one, but still a very nice model that we'll see coming to market as well. Here's some history on the nickel plate road version as well, and some excursion shots. They are doing the excursion versions as well of the nickel plate road 765 and the Pure Marquette 1225, of course. Next up are the Operator Series Gunderson Multimax Auto Racks. The rivet counter versions and these operator cars should be arriving at the same time this winter. Reminder, this is the upgraded Operator Series with the molded on grab irons, the second car after the Silverside coal gondolas to feature this. As well as the next run of ES44s with the final set of CSX Heritage units. Let those play through there for you. As well as other Class 1s that we've talked about before. Here's a quick feature on the Chicago and Eastern Illinois CSX Heritage unit. And some model features. Doesn't seem like there's too many upgrades from the previous round of ES44s. They've been pretty good so far, so it's hard to make them significantly better. Here's a quick list of all of the road names and paint schemes. Back in HO scale with another run of GP40s. Very excited to see this run as well. I'm looking at some of the BN units for my personal collection. I think they look fantastic. These pre-orders are also due next Monday. Here's a feature on the Cotton Belt or St. Louis Southwestern GP40s. Noting some of their lobotomized or rebuild features. Here's some of the road number specific features for the Cotton Belt, as well as the full list of those road names and paint schemes in this run. The first N-Scale GP40s should be arriving this spring as well, in case you missed that. And ScaleTrains' final stops of this year's road trip will be coming up in North and South Carolina. If you're in the area, go check them out. There's those details there for you. And they'll be at the Austin Train Show, August 23rd and 24th, coming up this weekend. So we'll see if we get any new announcements. If you're in the area, once again, check them out. Moving on to a billing update for a bunch of models that have recently arrived. You've got the GP30s as well as any of the high cubes listed there, and the S-scale wood reefers should be billed directly from ScaleTrains, or watch out for an invoice from your dealer coming up. But that's all here from ScaleTrains for this week. We'll go ahead and check out Class 1 Modelworks next. Moving on to Class 1 Modelworks, an update for you that their Santa Fe peaked roof cabooses are officially in stock in their warehouse and should be shipping out soon. Just a quick overview of some of the different versions in this run. They're about 2 months behind when they were originally supposed to deliver, so I do hope this model is worth it. It's a fairly expensive caboose as well, so we'll see when they arrive. Pay attention to my review if you're interested to grab one of these as well. I'm very excited for it, and we'll see if it's worth it. That's all here from them. We'll go ahead and check out Home Shops next. And moving on to Home Shops, a model that is now in stock with them is the Rapido GP20 tank cars painted for the water train, which I think is really neat. We don't often see much from Home Shops in terms of newsletters, so when it does show up, I do like to feature them. There's the prices for those cars. You can order directly from Home Shops through their website, and their Facebook has links as well. Here's some more artwork talking about the water train tank cars with the president of Water Train as well on the Second Section podcast, if you're interested in that as well. And here's a model on a layout as well, looking fantastic. But that's all here from Home Shops. We'll go ahead and move on over to Atlas. And from Atlas, we have a pair of featured products that were recently announced back in the train show in Michigan in Novi. First up, the modernized heavyweight coaches. There's some of the details there for you as well. We talked about these in their full newsletter review as well. If you're interested in that, it's a few weeks ago at this point. There's some of the schemes offered in this Atlas heavyweight release. You can check them out on their YouTube channel talking about this car as well. And second feature here from Atlas are their second run of Metra Type 6000 and 8500 Nippon Chariot passenger cars. This is the Operation North Pole scheme, first time they're doing this. Very neat liveries on these cars. There's a little bit of history on the prototypes as well. I do have the first run if you missed that review video as well. I'm very pleased with them. They have a little bit less details than the Rapido Bud Gallery cars, but they're a different kind of cars. Still very nice to have both options in my fleet. In this next run, new road numbers as well as collector series models with the New Haven and Southern Pacific Lark scheme. Might have to grab some of those Lark cars. I think they look fantastic. But that's just an update here. They're also talking about it on their YouTube channel as well, if you'd like to listen to the team talk about these cars. But that's all here from Atlas. We'll go ahead and move on over to Rapido. And moving on to Rapido, where we have quite a few different product shots to share with you today. First up, another shot of the Supercontinental lightweight coaches. They're officially leaving the factory soon, should be arriving this fall. I do have 2 of them on order. They are the Rapido 20th anniversary cars, so I'm excited to see those. Lots of upgrades between this run and the previous run, so I'm excited to see those upgrades as well. But go ahead, get your orders in. There still seems to be some availability, so grab some from your dealer or Rapido direct if that's your way as well. And next up, we have a few product shots of their upcoming C36-7s. First up, the Missouri Pacific scheme. These models are also due to arrive this fall as well. Some very nice details on these models. Remember looking at the initial production samples and being impressed as well. Here's some more up-close shots. Metal handrails on this model, of course. Rapido staple at this point. And additionally, we have some shots of the Ferromex C36-7 as well. Lots of different features on this model compared to the Missouri Pacific version. You can see a Burlington Northern version peeking out of the back as well. We don't have any shots of that one individually as well to share quite yet. All the rock guards over the windows looks fantastic. Once again, these are also arriving this fall. And one more final set of photos to share from Rapido about their Magor DODX heavy-duty flat cars, also arriving this fall, just like the C36-7s. Nice details on this car as well. Lots of photos here to share. Many different schemes in this run, as you'll see. A couple other things to talk about while I'm just scrolling through here as well. The GP40s should be arriving any day now. Very excited for those from Rapido. As well as from Bowser, their SD40-2Ws are almost done with production, and at that point they'll be scheduled for shipment, so I'm very excited to see those. I'm very heavily leaning towards grabbing one of those, probably going to be my first Bowser locomotive, so I'm excited to see those coming soon as well. But that is all I have for you in terms of newsletters and updates for this week. I do hope you enjoyed. As always, if you made it this far, do consider subscribing, completely free, and does help me to make a few dollars, so thank you very much. Like the video if you enjoyed as well, or just want to help out the algorithm, and drop me a comment if you liked anything we talked about here today, or just want to chat. Love talking with everybody. But thanks again, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.